how did you best use, from your perspective, that freshman high school experience to then, how did you maximize that time to put you in the best possible position to be successful when you finally landed the head job?
I just viewed it as my own program. And so before leading up to the season, we would have our manifesto meetings where the core values of the program, we identified, well, what does that look like and sound like and feel like when we're in practice or when we're on the bus. Um, I would hold one-on-one with my players leading up to the season. I'd hold one-on-ones with my players in regards to their playing time and their roles and what is expected of them. I had a captain's council. I had a competitive cauldron. So everything that I do now as a varsity coach, I just said, let me use this time as my laboratory to use the interventions I mentioned earlier. What works, what doesn't, how can I improve on those processes? I would have end of season one-on-ones. Um, we would do Hell Day where they have to do something really, really physical during the Christmas break and just doing that for the first time. And I just used that as my chance to, when the time comes, I already was there.
And then I mean, there's so much in there that you did, and we're going to unpack from how
Yes.
you were starting to run that at Woodbridge. But I think that what I really take from that is that you said, how can I just maximize and how can I start to operate as a varsity head coach right now in my current context? It kind of makes me have the comparison. I think there's to athletes. I think a lot of athletes, they're like, they want to go play college ball or they want to go play in the pros. And the thing is, well, are you practicing? Are you operating? Are you living like a college basketball player today, or as a pro basketball player? And most would be like, no, no. I'm waiting to get to that opportunity. Then I'll start doing what Steph Curry does as far as workouts. Or, I mean, and that's a bit of exaggeration, but like the truth is, like, you weren't waiting for it; you were preparing for it. And I think that's, you used everything within your power and treated it. And for the listeners, that was at Bergen Catholic, which was Billy Armstrong, who's been on this podcast, and we'll link Billy's interviews before. Billy's the varsity coach there, and they've won the state championship in New Jersey this year, and many, many, many times state champions. So hugely successful program. But I know, talking to Billy during those periods of times, it was like you were definitely the coach he never had to worry about. Like, it was just like, oh, that program will be taken care of. Like, JT's probably doing more in his program than some days I am in my program, right?
Yeah, but Billy gave me that freedom, that trust. He empowered me to do that.